Hello there! My name is Ella, and today we're going to be building Spongebob's house. And right now I am making the base of the house, and I'm using a roof, and that is because it's a pineapple, as you might know if you've seen SpongeBob. And the base of the pineapple is not straight, it's curved, and you can also see that in a lot of pictures of SpongeBob's house. And basically I just placed a roof and pulled the base of the roof down into the ground so that it would be on ground level, and then I used that instead of the foundation. And we have jumped forward here to me making the roof and picking the color. I will change the color back and forth from yellow to orange, because in the pictures it's more orange than yellow, but personally I think it look better with yellow, so I will go in and go for the yellow. And here I'm placing flower, and technically in the picture there was obviously not these kinds of flowers, but these were the flowers that had the most like rainbowy colors, and I wanted that. And here I'm just making the base, and it's a little bit sad because this base kind of hides the rounded foundation, but it's fine. And here I am adding these poisonous puddles or whatever from Spongebob, and they are there to be instead of the green rocks, because we don't have any green rocks, and that was the best I could do. Here I'm making the backyard, and I'm just making that up along as I go. Well, his backyard seems to change a lot in the episode, so I just went for things that I thought would fit and be useful. Here I'm doing the floor plan, and it will change drastically, so yeah. Because I want to figure out where I should put stairs, and I tried putting in ladders and so on. Here you can see that I made a jump cut because I tried to build a more rounded stove and it ended up not working, so I just cut it out because I had to remove that whole part when I playtested it anyway. This sink is fully functional. I will later on put it in via hiding it from the floor, from the ground level, which will place the footprint of it underneath, so it won't be in the way. Here I'm adding in the kitchen chairs and the kitchen table. Those chairs are technically not food chairs, but you can still sit on them and eat. It's fine. Everything is playtested in this build, so it should work. And I fiddle around a lot with the kitchen in the original, but I cut away lots of it because, yeah, well, you don't need to see me trying things that ultimately don't work. I will change those later when I realized that the shadow is too big and too annoying. And yeah, but I really wanted them because they have the like metal that held them up, and that is kind of more correct, I think. But the shadow like, got to me in the end, so I will change them later on. And this fridge is not currently functional, but the one in the house is functional, and I will change this one to be the functional one later on. And here is me trying to fix something with stairs, and now I'm making the sofa, which is one of those things that I'm really proud of in this build, because it was like the idea that possibly like except the part of me like wanting to place those eco lights on the outside, which will come in the future. So it will happen. Anyway, I got the idea to make the sofa out of these like diving tubes or gas tubes. I don't really know what they are, but they're from, I think they're from additional work, or I don't remember, regardless. And basically just try to make that like floaty tube look, which they have in Spongebob's living room, and try to build a sofa out of that. And yeah, at first I tried to use this sofa because it actually already had a green pillow in the same kind, but I ended up changing that to just, I think, a blue share, because the base of the sofa is blue, and the color combination felt more important to me than the pillow, because I could just make a third pillow. And yeah, I used two to flip them, and this is technically recorded before the new version of yeah. So now I'm making the last part of it. I'm also really proud of the share, because that is also functional and so on. I really like that it actually kind of looks a lot like the share from Spongebob. And I'm talking about the share with like the lifeguard ring. Also, excuse my bad English, I don't know all the words, I'm Swedish, so English is not my native language, and I'm not gonna sit here and look up words as I speak. Anyway, here you can see the lifeguard ring. Feel free to teach me English in the comments, by the way, because I'm all ears and want to learn, so like. And I basically also put this with T.O.O.L, and I will be changing the share to I think a computer desk share, yeah, because I think the backing of that share looked most like the one from Spongebob. And I will later on also move here the sofa to the corner, because it, to me, looked more like the place for it. If you look in like screen prints of Spongebob's house, that is not where it's placed in actual Spongebob's house. But since my floor plan isn't the same, and that was the place that made the most sense, I used it. And here I'm placing the TV, and I'm using this robot thingy from Get to Work. That's the name of it. Now I got it. Anyway, from Get to Work, which also is where those gas tubes are from. And here I'm using a pipe to make it look more like the reference pictures. I will also be adding more stuff to make that more like a bigger area, because I wanted the sleeping room to actually be like functional. The whole build is functional, so I wanted things to be usable. Like the back part that I will be later on adding in is probably like the most wrong in the build, because that also has like a very industrial, hard, rough style, and that's not very like much happy-go-lucky, colorful Spongebob. But I thought it looked good, so I just added it. And I needed the space and stuff like that, so. Here I have added the chimney, which also is a pipe. And now I'm just fiddling around trying to make the extra space with the roof here look good. And yeah. This build is a lot of fiddling around. I removed like at least 3 hours or something of me just moving it around and fiddling with the roof. Annoyingly, the one on the gallery is still not right. It's right on my end, but for some reason the gallery just like, meh, no. I don't know why. Yeah, so you're gonna have to fiddle around with the roof like a tiny bit, or you can just copy the like base roof and plant it on top of the other roof and you'll get kind of the same effect. Or do just fine with it. I think like that's the third version of it I uploaded, and like it was the one that kept most things, so I'm just like, okay, fine, the roof, people can fix that for themselves, I think. So that's why it is as it is. If you're wondering, I am aware of it. I think personally that you possibly can fix it by having move objects on before placing it, but people have told me that doesn't matter. For me, like I said, it doesn't do that. It doesn't look like that, so there's no way for like noticing that it would do that on other people's computers. But like fixing that takes, well, maybe a minute or two. I don't really think it should be a problem. Really. And it's just the like glass roof with the, it's drawn that is like slightly higher or something. Like I said, it doesn't happen to me, so I haven't even seen it. But people have told me, so I'm telling you. Here you can see he is trying to like make the corners of the living room look more normal, because I dislike that you can see them. That is also one of the reasons I added the more like the rustic, more industrial back to it. You know, I'm trying different columns to make it more like a round surface, and it's, but I'm not going to keep most of them. I will just do what I had originally planned, and like the inspiration for this build, which is the lights from the living debug, which will make it look like a pineapple more. And like I said, everything in this house is playtested. The only things that I haven't playtested are the litter box and the cat food boxes, or the food trays, or yeah, those are not tested because I didn't bother bringing a cat in here and trying everything. There also isn't any scratching poles, because to me, like, making this house, the idea was always to like make like have Gary like be a snail and have the like snail statue. And since I have that, I didn't really see the point of like having the scratching poles, because the snail doesn't scratch, and yeah, well, if you actually end up having an actual cat in the build, you will be having to like add a small scratching pole somewhere. And here you can see me playing all of these eco-living lights. Yeah. And now I'm done. Because I didn't want to sit there like, you wouldn't want to see me placing like, I don't know. This whole build took me about like a weekend, like 2 days to make. The editing took a lot longer because I wanted to record this, so that's why it's, by the way, like a week late from what it usually takes me to edit. And also, as a notice for all of you that are recurring watchers of my channel, I will be lowering the amount of videos I will be releasing to one video every other week instead of one video a week, because I am now working again. So yeah, that eats up a lot of time, understandably. And yeah, so that's why I will be uploading less. And the 17th of August I will be moving to a different place, and that will also like make that 1 week around that time I will not be able to like upload for a while. So I will be moving in, I will have set up, and yeah, things are going to be all over the place for a little while, but I'll be back. I've got a Sims addiction, I might well share it. And I am in the process of learning to stream. I don't know if I will start streaming or if that will be something that I might even go to like to do. But I'm learning it, so might be a good idea to follow me over on Twitch if I ever get my life around and start streaming. But you can also just keep an eye on me from Twitter or so on, because I will be sharing there too if I do start streaming. Otherwise, you can just check out my Twitch and find out all the awesome people that you can follow over on Twitch, because there's an awesome Sims community over there. And yeah, they basically made my quarantine livable, so check them out. I mean it. And now I'm making this little work corner, which also is in some of the episodes. The Spongebob is one of those places that like the size of it fluctuates and the furnitures of it also fluctuates. So like it changes from time to time, making it hard to make something that's like consistently Spongebob's house. And also I will be placing like a unicorn in the corner. That was something that I tried and later on couldn't remove because I made it so small that I couldn't grab it. There's no unicorn. Oh, Spongebob is so small in that place. I left it because, well, it looked cute and I don't think it's so off. And I couldn't grab it. I didn't want to go back to grab it. Here I'm using this light as a pole to be the weights. I think these weights are only like shown in the first episode of SpongeBob, but I wanted to include them. And as you will notice, there is a lot of like SpongeBob Easter eggs in this whole build. I have intentionally not mentioned them right now. I'm only mentioning this one because it's not really an Easter egg to me. It's such a like visual thing. But there are a few. Feel free to like point them out in the comments if you like. It can be a fun game for you guys. Find the Easter eggs. And why I'm using this light is because I will anyway having to like turn off certain lights, or I didn't want the outside to be like excessively glowing and annoying you when you play as one of the neighbors. I now realize that doesn't matter because the lights will be on regardless. So if you want them on, you can have them on. You decide how obnoxious you want to be. Something tells me that SpongeBob would be as obnoxious to have them on. So here's the part that I haven't played tested. That litter box. That is the only thing that I don't know if it works. Everything else should be working fine. Now I'm making the bathroom, and I will be changing that wallpaper to a tile later on, because it is technically a diagonal tile with white flowers on it, and I couldn't stand the idea of like the whole house like, mostly is made of tile in my version, and it would be so like ironic to have the only place that's not tile be the bathroom, where you normally have tile. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm just doing tile here too. And basically throw some white flowers on the wall with like decals and stuff. And these paintings are not made by me. I earlier showed you guys the names. I don't remember them now, but those are gallery pictures, and they will not match the build for like CC or anything. So this is not like marked as CC, and you can find this over at my gallery, Ella Boo, with a 0 instead of an O. Same way it's spelled here, except the space, but that's just generally because you can't put spaces in usernames. And now I'm making a pineapple! And also in the original, I don't think it has any like floor mats, and I also think the floor is technically made of sand. That just didn't feel right to me, because, well, at least on the second floor it looked too weird, because there couldn't be sand on the floor. Like, no, so I'm just weird with like sand-colored wood. And here I'm placing this teeny-weeny guitar and the bigger guitar. The teeny-weeny guitar is meant to look like a ukulele, because he plays ukulele in some episodes and so on. Fun to add in. And yeah, I chose the shares for that a long time, so that's why it's like a bit just like a fade there. Like I said, I will be changing the bathroom walls to tile later on, so if you're afraid of like the harm that the is going to do in the room, don't worry, it's underwater, so that problem will always exist anyway. Here you can see me adding in the white flowers to try to give it like this same look anyway. I don't know if I really shamed it, but it looks cute, so I kept it. And I am adding the pride flag since the Spongebob has come out as a sexual on Twitter from the Nickelodeon account, and if they say so, I'ma just go with it because that's great representation, and I love Spongebob, and yeah, so he has a flag. Now I'm just making the bed, and I cut out a lot of it because I ended up changing how I made it anyway later on to make it more functional. And you can read in the description of it how it works, but essentially I just lifted up a couple beds onto each other. The lowest one that is blue on the one on the gallery is the functional one. So if you play in this house, you will technically be sleeping underneath all the other mattresses, which looks stupid, I know, but it also looks like something that SpongeBob would do. Like in a random episode where it's like a storm outside or something. I can see that very much happening. So to me, it was more like the look of the tall bed than like having one necessarily look like it makes sense in the clip. But if you prefer that, you can like feel free to remove the like lower beds and take the purple bed and lower that down to like ground level, and you will have the same effect. Here you can by the way see me like placing these like down on the ground floor, which makes it so that the footprint of these objects technically are on the ground, so that they don't intersect and won't like cause any problems with your Sims like acting with the objects, except the stove, which I will be removing the cauldron for like it isn't in the version of the gallery. Because I realized they can still not use it. I don't know why, but they can't. So I just like, okay, I'm just gonna remove it. And I think in the version on the gallery, one of Gary's food bowls have disappeared, but you can just add that. And here I'm making his alarm clock out of the mailbox from the aliens, also from Get to Work. And I had to like place this up on the floor because apparently you can place a mailbox inside, which is weird. So if you don't place a mailbox in your house, you know where it appears? Inside. So why can't you place a mailbox inside? Anyway, the rant's over. Yeah, so I had to lower that up from the ground floor, which makes it so that when it's night, that object, the lighting doesn't work on that object, basically. Which looks weird, but it was like the best object to use to make it like that. I think I will try to use like the fish fountain for it too, but that squirts water and I didn't find any way to turn that off. So, yeah, that wasn't the mood. So I just went with this. And I'm using the clock from university and making so that it looks like a red clock, because there is a red clock in the original from Spongebob. And here you can see what I did with the bed, because I now lowered the lowest part of the bed down into the bowl. I will later on change that lowest bed to a different bed, and I'm just trying to pimp the bed so it looks good, and that you don't think about like the weirdness of it. But I will just make it simple and don't do that later on. And here I'm making this like washing room. This can also be turned into a second toilet if you don't play with laundry like myself. I think it's pretty, but I don't use it in game that often. I don't play the game that often to begin with, but you know. And yeah, I'm really happy with this build. I'm really happy with like how much it looks like Spongebob's house. And like those things that are added are like the curtains. You can have those kinds of curtains all over. So like you would have curtains in a room where you have a TV and so on. I will also later on be changing the pictures of the dude that I think people call Jerry. Regardless of him, he will be changed to the certificates, because for some reason when I uploaded the first version of the one with like just Jerry on it, like most of them disappeared. And here I'm placing Gary. Those names rhyme, that's funny. Anyway, and I'm just using the statue and lowering it down into the ground. And here I'm trying to make Zai's those moments stay, so yeah. Because they are onions, and onions are food, and food won't stay on the lot over the gallery, so. And now I'm just fixing up these pineapples so it looks more correct, and making the shower. And I always add, when I do a bathtub, I always add a shower, and that's because I personally, when I play the game, I prefer to make my Sims shower, because that's quicker than making them take a bath. And yeah, so that's why that is like that. And everything, like I said, is functional. And now I'm making a custom blade. And when I do make custom blades, I generally use the planters. Planter that you can use to actually find flowers in, if you want. I don't know if they work when they're lifted up. That is mostly just to give you more of the look that will and so on. Yeah, but you can definitely try. Here you can see me placing that planter so that it looks like these corals or whatever they are actually are growing out of something. And I'm just fixing up the yard. But that's it. I'm just gonna say thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and share and send that love to the world.